heart is beating so fast.
Hello guys, my name is Mackenzie. Welcome back to my channel. Any background noise that you hear are my pets, so sorry. They all follow me everywhere I go. So this video is going to be my DCP tag and role and location reveal because, spoiler alert, we got our locations and roles the same day, which is something I at least was not expecting. So let's get started. The first question is, how did you hear about the program? So I think I heard about the program from Once Upon a Brawn, but I could be completely wrong because I feel like I've always known about the program. I remember Googling it in like middle school and being so mad that I had to be 18 to wait to do the program. So now that I'm 18, I like applied right away. But I think it was from Once Upon a Brawn. If not, it was just from like some YouTube channel when I was like in middle school somewhere. I feel like I've always known about it. How was the interview process? So I actually did a whole video on the interview process, and it is a lot different now post-COVID than how it was before. So again, not like anything I was expecting. But if you want to go check out that video, I'll leave the link in the description below because I explained everything. Not very clearly, but I do explain everything. Where were you when you found out? So when I found out I got into the program, I was in my apartment in Gainesville, Florida, because I go to the University of Florida. And I was actually on the phone with my parents talking about my lease for my apartment the next year. And I opened up my laptop and the email was right there on January 31st, 2022. And I just like started crying. And I was on the phone with my parents, so like they found out right away too, which is pretty cool. Okay, the next question is, what is my role and what are my preferred roles? I'm gonna wait to the end of this video to play another video about my role and location, so just hang in there. My preferred roles or like dream roles probably were like a hostess somewhere, especially in like a really nice restaurant because that's something I'm really used to and I enjoy being in really formal environments. Another dream role was a character attendant. Entertainment obviously is my top, but it's not really an option for me right now, so character attendant was a close one. Another one was PhotoPass. I do photography as a hobby, so PhotoPass would have been really cool. And yeah, I honestly was super content in any role that I got, just because excited to be at Disney. So the next question is, how did I find my roommate? So actually, before I figured out my roommate, I was talking on Facebook with another girl. We like met through a Facebook group and then we started talking on Snapchat and she was so sweet, I was so excited, and that's who I was planning on linking with. But then one of my good friends who I just did a show with at our local theater, I've actually done 2 shows with her now, applied for the program. We got the same arrival dates, and so we were like, oh my gosh, let's just link because that'll be so fun. I already know her. But yes, so her name is Adrienne. I linked with her, so I'm not positive that she is my roommate yet. Editing Mackenzie and Simba here. We are positive Adrienne is our roommate. Woohoo! What are you going to miss while you're on the program? Honestly, I feel like I'm really gonna miss my animals the most. I was planning on bringing my cat as an emotional support animal, but if I end up in a 2x2, so where I'm like sharing a room, I don't want to have Adrienne deal with another living being in the room when it's already pretty close quarters. So I'm not sure if I'm bringing him yet. But I'm really gonna miss my dogs. I'm really close with my dogs. Obviously my family, but I only live like an hour and a half away, so I'll probably still see them a lot, and I'm gonna miss my job a lot and the people there. But that's okay because I'll be back as soon as my program ends. What is your favorite Disney park? My favorite Disney park is Hollywood Studios. Magic Kingdom comes in close just because I feel like there's so much to offer at Magic Kingdom, but I'm a big Star Wars girl, I'm a big Indiana Jones girl. So I really do love Hollywood Studios and the whole like 1950s Hollywood vibe. Big fan. But I just recently went to Disneyland Paris, and honestly, maybe because it was just so new, but I loved it. I really enjoyed it a lot, so that one comes in close. The next question is, what's the first thing you want to do when you get there? So this question's hard because I kind of already have my first week planned out. The first things I guess I want to do when I get there is the night I move in, my parents and I have reservations at California Grill, which is the restaurant at the top of the Contemporary, because that's where their wedding reception was. Nope. That's where their rehearsal dinner was. That's the right word. It'll be a special moment with me and my parents before I leave, which will be really nice. And then the next night, or the next day, I guess, I'm supposed to go to Ohana with some friends, and then my roommate Adrienne and I are going to Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party because we know that Tuesday we shouldn't have anything really big to do, so we'll have that night free to go to the Halloween party, which I'm so excited for. I haven't been in so long. And then also, I really want to get a Universal Pass as well. So I'm knocking off some big things. I'll get to go to Magic Kingdom for the Halloween party, Universal, and I'll get to meet a lot of people, hopefully. I think there's a lot of welcome events too, so we'll try to go to some of those. The next question is, what is number 1 on your bucket list? So Adrian and I right now are like making a DCP bucket list. So we have a lot of things on there right now. 4 parks 1 day is obviously, I feel like, the big one that everyone wants to do, but to say I've done it would be really cool. So 4 parks 1 day is on there. Personally, I want to try to eat at every restaurant in all the parks. I've eaten at most of them, especially the quick service, because I do live so close, but there's a few that I haven't been to, and to say that I've done that would be pretty cool. Visit every resort, not necessarily like stay there or anything, but just go around, see all of them. I think I've been to all of them except like 3 or 4. Yeah, so those are just a few. Oh, another one is to try to work in every park. I know that's a big goal for a lot of people, and some people can't trade shifts into other parks, but I think with my role, I'll be able to. If not, no big deal. That's obviously just one I can't attain, but right now it's on my bucket list because I think I can do that, and I think that would be really cool. Even if it's not like my role, just to like pick up a shift in a park would be really cool. Okay, the last question is, what do you want to take away from the program? I think just to say that Disney is on my resume and that I like worked the hardest I could and had the most fun I could have would just be satisfying, I guess. A big thing I want to take away from the program is just like Disney work ethic and knowing that I did my best in the situation I was placed in. I guess that's not a super clear answer, but I think that's the best way I can answer it. Okay, so that is the end of the DCP tag. Next up is a video I filmed from last night about my role and location, and also a clip of me finding out my role. Back to past McKenzie. Hello. It's pretty late at night. I just got home from work, but if I don't film this now, I feel like I never will, and I wanna express everything while it is all fresh in my mind and I'm feeling all the feels and everything. So, I got my general role and my location yesterday, but I didn't film yesterday because I was exhausted. I had just gone off a red-eye flight, so I literally hadn't slept in over 24 hours. My friends and I actually went to Disney Springs because we landed in Orlando, and so I got my general role in Orlando at Disney Springs in Earl of Sandwich, of all places. So I'll put that clip in.
My heart is beating so fast. Quick service. I got food quick service. Dang it. So
That's
where?
okay. I fully expected to be placed in food and beverage or quick service somewhere, whether as a hostess or like quick service or anything like that, just because my work experience is all in fine dining. As you can tell, I currently work at a winery and fine dining establishment, so I was really hoping to be put more on the fancier side as like a hostess or something, just because that's what I'm used to, that's what I love doing. I love like being in formal settings, and I love it. I love serving wine, and in Florida you can start serving at 18, so I do really enjoy doing that, and I've been learning a lot about it. So when I got my role in quick service, I wasn't really surprised, but I was a little disappointed only because I was hoping more for like restaurant or something like that, but I was fully aware that I could get quick service, and that's what happened, and I'm okay with that, even though I may seem a little disappointed in the video. Those were my thoughts about my general role. Yeah, I knew I was gonna make the most of wherever I got put in my general role, so I honestly probably would have been excited for anything. I was just expecting quick service, which is why I reacted like that. I promise I'm not ungrateful. Now for my location. So because Disney HR and everything has been like switching to a new system, it's kind of behind. So I was expecting to see my general role like a week or 2 ago, and then my location more around this time frame, but they released my onboarding and location and everything the same day that I got my general role. So with that being said, I don't have any footage of me finding out my location because I didn't realize that the paperwork I was doing was going to tell me my location. But that's okay because I burst into tears when I saw it, which is the wrong attitude. Don't do that. But to be truthful, I did. So my location is Caribbean Beach Resort in like the marketplace area. I don't remember what it's called. I think it's called Market Street or something like that. Now that it's been a day and I've had a full 24 hours to like think on it, sleep on it, I was also exhausted. I wasn't prepared at all. So I think just my emotions caught up with me. But now that I've had time to think about it and I met someone in the same role as me, same arrival date, she's super sweet, I am coping with it. I don't know. I do not want to sound ungrateful at all, but I figured getting quick service, I would be somewhere in the parks. And when I wasn't in the parks or at a resort that I'm super familiar with, it was kind of disheartening. Now I'm super grateful. I've heard the resorts are a lot more fun because it's way less busy. You do get like first guest interactions of the day a lot of times. I don't really know. I still have the same perks as everyone else, probably better hours if we're being completely honest, because I won't have to be out until like 2 a.m. And yeah, so obviously I will update you on how my role goes once I start it, but I'm not sad. I feel grateful to even be doing the program and trying to have a positive mentality. Because it is still Disney World. Like I have to wrap my head around that. And Pirates of the Caribbean is my favorite movie. So like, maybe that has something to do with it. I don't know. It's all God's plan. We'll see how it goes. So now that you know a little bit about me and what my role and location is, subscribe if you want to come with me to my whole Disney College program, because I'm going to try to film it as much as I can. My roommate also is going to, so whenever I find out when she starts, I'll start putting her link in the description. But I'm so excited to get started. No matter what your role is, you'll make the most of it. Everyone ends up loving their role. Cheers to the Disney College program, Fall Advantage 2022. I move in August 15th. So my next video is honestly probably a move-in video, which is so crazy. I'll see you at Disney, I guess.